All right, today we are diving into one of the most mind-bending concepts in the entire natural world. Seriously, it's a story that sounds like it was pulled straight out of a science fiction movie, but as you're about to see, it is very, very real.
So let me just start with a question that sounds kind of impossible. Did you know that there's a creature right here on planet Earth that has pretty much figured out the secret to escaping death from old age?
I mean, think about it. A life form that breaks the most fundamental rule of biology, right? The one that says everything that's born must eventually die. Well, it turns out that applies to almost everything.
So, let's get into it. Let's meet this creature without end, a being that has somehow found a way to cheat aging itself. And I know what you're probably thinking. A creature that can just decide not to die of old age? Come on, that's got to be science fiction, right? Well, nope. This isn't a movie plot. This is biology, and it is absolutely 100% real.
So what is this incredible animal? Well, let's finally meet the immortal jellyfish.
And just to be clear, we're not talking about some myth or a legend here. This is a real, well-documented animal that scientists are studying all over the world.
You might be picturing some kind of huge, fantastical beast, but this master of longevity, it's just a tiny little jellyfish. Honestly, it's often no bigger than your pinky nail.
But its name says it all. It's known as the immortal jellyfish. And let me tell you, that's a name that carries a lot of weight. And for a very, very good reason.
Okay, so this is the big question, right? How does it do it? What's the secret sauce? How does this biological magic actually work?
Well, here's the twist. Its secret isn't just about, never getting old or hitting some kind of pause button on aging. No, it does something way more radical than that. It's about hitting a biological reset button. This jellyfish can literally turn back the clock on its own body, going all the way back to its baby form to start its life all over again.
So check this out. When the adult jellyfish gets stressed out, maybe it's injured or there's no food, it doesn't just give up and die. Instead, it triggers this incredible transformation. It basically starts aging in reverse. Its adult cells transform back into young cells, and the whole jellyfish reverts to its earliest stage of life, a little polyp ready to grow up all over again.
And this comparison just shows you how wild that really is. For pretty much every other living thing, life is a one-way street. You're born, you grow, you die. End of story. But for the immortal jellyfish, it's a loop. It can go from birth and growth right back to a state of rebirth. It's just mind-blowing.
So what does all of this actually mean? Well, this jellyfish forces us to think about life and aging itself in a completely different light.
Now, it's super important to understand what biological immortality actually means here. It's not invincibility. A fish can still eat it, a disease can still kill it. All it means is that this jellyfish doesn't have a built-in expiration date. It simply doesn't have to die from getting old.
This one tiny creature completely challenges our basic understanding of aging. It really makes you wonder, is getting old an unbreakable law of nature, or is it maybe just a biological program that could, in theory, be rewritten?
And that kind of brings us to our final thought. The immortal jellyfish presents a version of eternal life, but it's a life of endless cycles, of starting over and over and over again. And it leaves us with this huge question. What does it truly mean to live forever?